Let's start over. Okay, guys, can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry, guys. I had to start the live over. Somebody called me. Somebody froze again. Yeah, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Is that all good? Good. So, I don't know. Somebody just called me and knocked my whole damn live off. So I'm gonna start over. My apologies. I'm back. Y'all know if something happens technically, I'm gonna go out and come back in. But we're gonna get the show. We're gonna get it started, honey. It's Monday. Shit happens, okay? Yeah, come on back. I'm here. Okay, somebody decided to call me this morning and threw my whole fucking live off, but my apologies. Let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna start over. Everything said in the video is alleged in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment, okay? It is Monday. Let's get through it. My apologies for the technical difficulties for the first video. All right. Yes, celebrity news is always first, and that's where we'll begin. We got a lot of great topics for you guys. Again, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers, okay? To all of the mothers. All right, let's get into our show. Again, everything said in the video is alleged in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right, so we got to backtrack. First person to receive the genetically modified pig kidney transplant, you guys, passes away nearly 2 months later following their procedure. A man by the name of Richard Slayman, who was 62 years old, was battling with end-stage kidney disease before receiving the kidney transplant, you guys, in March, this past March, all right? Now, this says that before the transplant on March 16th, that his doctors says that he no longer needed the dialysis that he was taking after the new organ was said to be functioning well, at which they later found out that it was not functioning well because he began to feel sick and doctors could not keep him alive. So he wound up passing away, at which I was saying earlier, I do believe that his family will be filing a lawsuit in this situation, as they should. Again, I don't want nobody experimenting on me. I don't want no animal body parts in me. I feel like it's enough people out here that are donating their body parts when they die that they can maybe take one of those and put in there to see if it's going to function as it needs to. So rest in peace to him, and I hope they figure out a better way of doing this. And doctors, please do not be out here experimenting on damn animals and putting that shit in people, because obviously this man lost his life and he trusted the doctors to keep him alive, thinking that this situation and this damn pig kidney would work out for him, okay? It was probably his last result, and he trusted them, and he's no longer here. So prayers to the family and those affected by this situation. Let's move on. I don't want to stay on it too long because, baby, I done talked about it. All right, let's get back into our Anita Baker news, honey, before somebody decided to call me and interrupt my damn live. And I hope they don't do this shit again, because I might have to cut somebody out this morning. All right, I'm already feeling a little irritated that it's Monday. All right, so Anita Baker. Let's get into Anita Baker's news, honey. Anita Baker is getting a lot of heat via social media, okay? Via social media after she is said to have canceled her Atlanta concert, you guys, 15 minutes before it was set to begin, all right? Anita Baker said, baby, I apologize. Believe me, I do. I apologize. I'm honest and true. But you know I was wrong. So I sing you this song, and I'm trying to get through. Y'all know Anita Baker. All right, moving on. And make it up to you, yeah. That's her. All right, moving on. So, now that says that a livid fan, honey, that's one of my favorite songs with her, too. A livid fan, honey, went viral after she says, I am pissed. She was going off. I saw the video, too. She was pissed at damn Anita Baker, honey. She said, Anita's bald-headed ass done canceled the damn concert. I said, not bald-headed. Why we gotta call this lady bald-headed? Now, y'all know Anita Baker been wearing her hair short all this time. Why you gotta call this woman bald-headed, okay? Like, that was rude. That was mad rude. She said, hell, I'm pissed. She said, I've been waiting to see her ass since January. So apparently she bought her damn ticket since January, honey. She said, Anita, run me my money. And that's how she was, honey. She was on dish about them damn tickets. All right, so yeah, what y'all think about that? Anybody ever bought any Anita Baker tickets and been disappointed? Because y'all know they've been having a lot of stuff going on with Anita. She had a big situation that went on with, I think it was Babyface, where he was actually headlining for her. And that situation went bad to where he wound up getting kicked off her show. He says he don't have no hard feelings towards her, but he probably not going to work with her ass again. He's probably not gonna work with her ass again. Anita was heard also going off on some people on her front row at her concert too, where they were videoing her. Y'all know when y'all go to a concert, you got your phones up, you videoing, because you're probably not gonna get to see her ass again, and that's like a once in a lifetime moment. When you see in Anita Baker, you got front row seats. That's a great seat, first of all. So you're gonna get a good old fashioned video. But baby, she was fussing them out and told them to put their cameras down and don't video her. Y'all put y'all phones down and enjoy the show. That's not why y'all are here to be videoing me. You are here to enjoy the show. That's what she told him. She is rude as fuck. But she is very mad talented, baby. Mad talented, but she's very, very rude to her fans. And a lot of people were upset about her canceling the damn show 15 minutes before it was set to begin. A lot of people were standing out in lines and all that shit waiting to get up in there and get a great show. And people have already purchased their tickets way ahead in advance to get great seats. They mad about that shit. Mad about it. Now, it said that Anita canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. We don't know what that is. She may have had a death in the family. We don't know. But people don't give a damn when they hear stuff like that. People don't want to. She just said, I'm sorry, I had to cancel the show due to unforeseen circumstances. That's what she came out and said. Okay, she did release a statement. All right. Fans were still pissed because she didn't do the damn show. So hopefully she makes that show up to them. Of course, they're going to have to give people, refunds for that. But shit. You make it to where people don't want to come and support you if it's like incident after incident after incident, Anita. Like, come on, sis. I know. Sometimes you got to push through. You got a lot of artists out there that, push through. Got to push through. Bobby Brown, when he found out that Whitney Houston passed away while he was on tour with New Edition, he was still up there performing even though he was hurt inside. He was dying inside. He still loved Whitney even though they weren't together. But he still got through the show. He didn't run off stage and say, oh my God, I need to leave. He got through the show because he knew people were there. They paid their money to come and see him. He still got through the show. And after the show, he then went to go and be with his family and do what he needed to do. And I'm not saying that, when you have situations like that you can't do what you need to do and go see about your people. But I'm saying that a lot of times, you want to still give your fans what they deserve. And, even though he wanted to break down, he probably was crying inside shit. But he finished up the last part of that little tour piece and he went on and checked on his family. But Anita Baker, girl, you putting a bad taste in people's mouths. Like, seriously. All right. Let's move on, child. Kenya Duke. I'm sorry, my Drake. Kenya Duke, okay, which is comedian Gary Owen's ex-wife, okay. She is slamming him for his untruths on his Club Shay Shay podcast interview about their divorce. Now, y'all know we just talked about Gary Owen. I think he's funny. White guy. He likes black women. That's all he dates. He's talked about that in a lot of his stand-up. But his ex-wife, Kenya Duke, have come forward to speak on it, to say she knew he was going to do the damn interview, but she did not know that he was going to be still talking about her as he does in a lot of his shows. And she was feeling very perturbed about that shit. All right, so Kenya says this, like I said, she knew he was going to be on Club Shay Shay, but she wasn't prepared for what he was revealing on the actual show in the interview. All right. Gary revealed that 2 of his kids with his ex-wife, with Kenya Duke, still does not want to have a relationship with him. And Gary just revealed that he just welcomed twin children. He just welcomed twins. All right, his kids ain't talking to him, so he done got another girlfriend, okay, presumably black. And this new girlfriend just had twins for Gary Owen. All right. Now, Kenya is said to, she said it's been 3 years. She said, and I'm always kind and cool when it comes to you, Gary. She says, but I purposely never make it awkward for you. She also goes on to say, she says that I never, ever bother you either, okay? He's still doing interviews about her. He kind of acting like Martell a little bit. Like, sir, get over it. It's been 3 years, she said. She says that I've given you suggestions on the situation, but you don't respect boundaries. She says, which is why you keep doing interviews discussing me and our kids, as well as our situation on social media. She says that don't know what else to do to help you. She says that I wish you well. So she was trying to give him some pointers on what to do to rebuild his relationship with his kids, but he just be popping up. I think he said one of his kids was in college. He just pops up on that said child who doesn't want to have a relationship and tries to force himself on her to make her see him or spend time with him, and it's not working out. He's steady pushing his kids away because he's not taking the advice of his ex-wife in terms of how the kids wish to interact with him. Now, y'all know the kids probably done talked to the mom and said, Mom, this is probably, if I have a relationship with Dad, then this is how I would like for it to go. But Gary, you can't just pop up at these kids' school and say, I'm your daddy and you gonna talk to me. Or I'm your daddy and you gonna return my phone calls. And no. The kids are mad because you messed up and, the family is broken up and they blame you. So it's going to take some time. Maybe you want to, ask the kids, would you guys want to go to some type of therapy with me so that we can have a third party kind of help iron out some of the stuff that's going on with us so that we can rebuild our relationship and, throw in a bunch of I love yous and a few hugs and see if that works. But you cannot force yourself on someone who has decided or made up their mind that they don't want to fool with you anymore, especially with children. Anytime there's a divorce, children are going to take sides of who they feel is the cause of the divorce. Kids don't really care. When they see their parents get divorced, they just want their parents to be together no matter what. Even if the shit is toxic as hell. They just know that they love. So bottom line is you can't force yourself on people. Give them the space that they need. Let them grieve, because it's still grief for them. The kids have to grieve too in divorces. The kids have to grieve too, not just the husband and wife, because they're going through it too. Mom and dad are not there. They're used to interacting with both of you. So when you're not there, it's a void. And they're still processing and trying to, understand what's going on and how to deal with it and filter out those things that shouldn't be in there. So Gary continues, according to his ex-wife, Kenya, he continues to cross boundaries and not take the advice that she's giving him on how to rebuild his relationship with the kids. And then he hop in interviews and be crying and saying, my kids don't want to have nothing to do with me. No, you can't do that, Gary. Can't do that. I like you as a comedian, but as a father, you got to learn how to not cross boundaries, and you got to learn how to deal with your kids. Those are your children. If you don't know your children and how to deal with them and their personalities, then like I said, therapy is a great way to reconnect with your kids. That therapy and that goes for anybody else who have children. If you are divorced, if you're in a situation where your children don't want to fool with you, you got to figure out how to rebuild that trust and that love with them. But don't cross those boundaries. Don't force yourself on them and try to use the I'm your mama, I'm your daddy. You will respect me. See, when you come in hot like that, no, they're not trying to hear you because they already got their wall and their guard up. That's the wrong approach. And I think Gary's approach continues to be wrong when he's trying to deal with his kids and have a relationship with them. And then doing all these interviews, steady talking about it, that ain't helping either, because your children they're in college, they're older. They're hearing these things. It's embarrassing. They got to be around their peers at school and hear their daddy on interviews and on the radio talking about things that happen, personal things that happen in their family dynamic. And it's a little embarrassing for them. It's embarrassing for them. So it's sad. It's sad. I hope he can rebuild his relationship with them, but Gary needs to dial back on maybe doing interviews talking about his family, the divorce, and his children until you rebuild that, because maybe that's why there's a wall. They're embarrassed at the fact that you keep mentioning them. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear it. You cheated, messed up the family, and now it's like you playing victim a little bit, just this much. You play a victim a little bit, and then you're not taking accountability, Gary. Get over your shit. Stop doing interviews. Stop crying, and go fix your shit. That's just, I don't know what else to tell you. I know you hurt, but you cheated, sir. Shit. You cheated, Gary. But now Gary's been dragging Kenya for years, but she just decided that she ain't gonna argue with his ass, and she's still trying to be, she's trying to be cordial. That's a great word. She's still trying to be cordial with him because they do have kids together. But she says that, she's choosing not to argue with him, and she's still trying to help him bridge that gap. But Gary want to do what the fuck he want to do. And it's a hot mess. But hopefully they figure that shit out. Gary, if you listen to me this morning, sir, please take my advice. Don't use that approach with your kids just because you daddy, because they ain't trying to hear your ass. Moving on, honey. All right, so as you guys know, Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. It seems like the storyline that's taking over right now is Sonny and Moses. That's what it seems like, because don't seem like nobody else got no damn storyline to see me. Okay. Sonny Minx, we're gonna talk about her a little bit this morning. Of course, she has blasted Destiny. All right, Peyton, honey, that's Destiny Tackleberry Peyton, as I like to call her, as Moses' side chick because he had multiple women. And we've heard that. She went live. We heard it on the show. Okay. And speaking of the show, let me say this, because I did my review yesterday. Carlos King, let me talk to your ass right quick, because I know it's you doing the bullshit. And I know you got your accomplices wandering them out here in these YouTube streets, listening in and watching, being your eyes and ears in these YouTube streets for you. Let me say this, Carlos, because you're on your bullshit. And I know you're mad that the viewers are not watching the show. I know you're mad about that, and I know you're mad that content creators are choosing, some of us are choosing to review the show, at which the viewers, the subscribers are watching the content creators versus the show. He's mad about that shit. How do I know? Because Wanda was on live begging people to watch the show, saying don't take the content creators' word for what they're saying happened on the show. Watch it for yourself. They know that the millimeters are not watching, which the ratings suck. I can't wait for TV Deeks to go ahead and drop the new ratings for for episode 2 of season 8. We already saw episode 1 sucked. 278,000. That was very low. Very, very low. All right. But Carlos, I know you was behind that shit trying to flag my fucking video from yesterday. I had to edit it out. I did. I edited it out. The little piece that I put in there, which was not even from the Love and Marriage Huntsville channel. Now, y'all know anything you post from Love and Marriage Huntsville, they gonna flag your shit, which I am smart enough not to do that. But when it comes from other third-party sources, usually they wasn't flagging those videos. But now I feel like that since Carlos is upset that content creators are urging the subscribers not to watch, but they know that we're still reviewing the show, what Carlos and them are doing now is they're flagging from different sources. So anything that's being shown from Love and Marriage Huntsville in order for our channels to review the show, now they're starting to flag our shit. And he tried me yesterday. I know it was Carlos. I know it was him. My spidey senses told me it was him, okay? Because I know when I was reviewing, I know a few of you guys were saying, we can't hear you. There's something kind of popped up on there. I said, I hope he ain't trying to flag my shit. So later on, when I went back and was, finalizing everything in my video, I noticed that my video said blocked. And I said, I know the fuck he did not try me like this on my fucking video. So, of course, I went back and edited out the little, part that I added in there, the little video part, which I got from OMFG Reality TV. And they never flag those fucking videos when they show scenes from Love and Marriage. They never. I've used it before, and they never, ever flag that shit. But coincidentally, yesterday, I know it's them. I know it's them. One of them be in the bushes, they watching. She done went back and reported that shit. They flagged my shit. But it's okay. Because the videos wound up still getting monetized because I just edited the shit out. I'm like, I don't need that fucking thing. I can talk about the show and give you every fucking detail without a clip. Y'all know that. For those of you that watch me, I'm very thorough in my reviews. But I said I'm going to show a little clip just to see. And they tried my ass yesterday. So we won't do it no more. I can still do my reviews and not show not one fucking clip from Love and Marriage Huntsville and still get monetized, Carlos, you bitch. All right? I'm going to say that this morning. I'm going to call you that this morning because you a whole bitch for that. You mad because don't nobody want to watch your fucking show. So now you're like, oh, well, they ain't going, if they don't want to watch my show, then they're not going to use my clips. Bitch, it won't your clip. It was OMFG Reality TV. And I shouted them out. But it's okay. You bitch. I got one more bitch in me. You bitch. All right, I'm done. Trigger warning for those of you watching me this morning. I had a little pop out. I had to snap on his ass a little bit. And Wanda, you a bitch too. For trolling and going back and reporting that shit. I know it's y'all. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm sorry this morning, y'all. It's Monday. Y'all know I be irritated on Mondays anyway. I don't like Mondays, so that further irritates me. I'm sick of y'all hoes. I'm sick of y'all running around here with scoliosis in the fucking brain. And I know it's supposed to be in your back. Wanda, you got scoliosis in the fucking brain running around here trolling people's damn channels, trying to see what they talking about, mad because don't nobody want to watch that bullshit. Why you care so much? Your ass ain't even up on the show no more. They don't even so much as let your ass be janitorial on the fucking show. You can't even sweep up on the set, bitch. But you running around here promoting the show like you own it. Get your ass on. Trolling ass. Trolling ass. Go blow up a fucking potato and leave my shit alone. Yeah, I said it. Scoliosis in the fucking brain. Your brain is all like this. All up in people damn business. All on damn social media misspelling words and shit. Hush your husband. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass all the way up. You too, Carlos. Oh, broke down bitch. Let me move on. He pissing me off. That shit thoroughly pissed me off. I had to edit my shit yesterday. Oh, that pissed me off. I was punching the wind. I said, this raggedy broke down bitch. I know the hell he did. Flag my shit. But let's move on. Now, Sonny, let's get back on Sonny. Sonny, honey, spoke candidly, all right, about not being friends with Destiny. She said, hey, we won't never know friends. I don't know what the hell she talking about. We won't never friends. I don't know what the hell Destiny talking about. Okay? She vehemently denied that shit. And she also revealed that she also gave and or loaned Destiny money for bills. Why is it that Destiny is going through all these friends and asking for money? Sonny let it slip out when she was on the stage at a podcast that she loaned Destiny money. My thing is this, and I ain't trying to say that she lying about the friendship, but my thing is this. I don't just give people money. I just don't. If you my homie like that and I see you struggling, then I got you. I'm that type. I got you. You ain't even got to ask me twice. But for somebody who I just work with like that and I don't fuck with, I don't fool with, I kind of don't fool with you like that. I ain't giving you no money. Giving you no money, loaning you no money. I ain't fooling with you. Like, hell, I'm barely going to speak to your ass. So I'm definitely not going to be going to my wallet. Like, how much you need? Yeah, nah. You won't be getting that from me. So it's weird that she came out and said that she gave Destiny money for bills. Destiny was behind on bills and stuff. And Sonny said that she loaned and or gave Destiny money to help her pay some of her bills that were behind. Does that sound familiar? Because Mel did it. And every time somebody give Destiny money, it's coincidental their ass fall out. Do y'all notice that? Look how she fell out with Mel when Mel gave her that, what was it, $5,000-$6,000? But then Destiny tried to use the whole approach of, I didn't ask her for the money. Well, Destiny, when you're indirectly talking about situations of struggle, people are going to feel sorry for you. You ever been around a person that don't just outright say, well, my life is about to be cut off? But they'll say some shit like, girl, you know, I've been struggling for a little while. I ain't really been making the money that I thought that I needed to be making. And I got my bills coming up. I don't know how I'm going to pay that shit. They don't just come out and say, can you loan me the money? But they kind of allude to the fact that they need the money. I feel like Destiny was kind of doing that with Sonny. You know, I got this situation with LeBarrick. He ain't paying me no child support. I'm already staying in this house. And the bills are starting to get behind. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because she said she had conversations with Sonny. I feel like the conversation kind of went there. Sonny felt sorry for her, reached into her pocket, and loaned her the money. Or maybe gave her the money. But she said she gave her money to help her with bills. But then Destiny's ass, like she said with Mel, I didn't ask her for no money. She came to my house and she just saw some shit on the door. They about to turn my shit off, and she, you know, out of the kindness of her heart, she gave it to me. Destiny tried to say with the situation with Mel, I could have just used money in savings. I had already started using my savings. Well, bitch, if you start to dip into your savings, you broke. Savings is for, like, you know, a rainy day. And it sounded like it was a whole thunderstorm up over that bitch. That's what it gave me. If you dipping into your savings, savings is for a rainy day. Savings is for when shit get real tight. Savings is when, y'all know what I'm talking about. You got to start dipping in savings. Shit is getting tight. It's already there. But Destiny seems like she's that type of person who subliminally talk about her struggles so that a person can feel sorry for her and then help her out. And then once they bend over backwards for her ass, then she going, I didn't really need you in the first place. That's how she did with Mel. I didn't need Mel to give me no $6,000 because that's what she said. I didn't need her to give me no money. She did it because she wanted to. And then people say, well, why you didn't pay it back? Because she didn't ask for it back. Bitch, nobody got to ask for nothing back. This woman got 4 children. You think she just got $5,000, $6,000 just to be out giving to people? Get your ass up and go get a job, Martell Jr. Why do people sit in the struggle and see shit falling all around them and don't get up and do nothing about it? That's my thing with people. As a mother, you have a child who got to eat, who need lights, who need a roof over his head, who need clothes, who need everything that he needs to survive. And you sit your ass over there in the struggle and wait on other people who you feel should come out of their zone to help you and go in their pocketbook and give you their money, they hard earned. When you can get your ass up and get multiple jobs because you ain't doing shit else but sitting on the interview playing victim. Talking about you advocating for being abused. We ain't seen not one fucking video, and this is the first we heard of it. Now you out here advocating for women that's abused when you are abusive. Bitch, we saw you pick up a chair trying to hit somebody on the show. But now you advocating for abuse? That's convenient. Am I wrong or am I right? I mean, Destiny. Now, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with this whole, was Destiny and Sunny friends? I'm feeling like there may have slightly been some friendship there. I feel like the two of them had some conversations while working together, because it's impossible. To me, I don't feel like Sunny was mute during the time that Destiny was sharing her stuff. Because when you're working with someone that closely, and Destiny sharing personal things, I feel like maybe Sunny may have shared some things as well. You got two girlfriends, you close like that, y'all, you know, at some point in time, you're going to start talking and sharing things. So I feel like Sunny, I feel like maybe y'all maybe not have been friends, but y'all were acquaintances. She had your phone number. You were saying that at one point in time that you were out somewhere and that Moses was there and that y'all FaceTime and that you gave Destiny your phone so that Moses could talk to her via FaceTime. And then he gave you the phone back, and then you were talking to Destiny. So at some point in time, you guys had some type of relationship or something somewhere there to where you felt comfortable enough to give this person money to help with bills. So I kind of feel like that's a little downplay, a little bit in there. I got to say that because y'all know I like to keep it 1,000. And I like Sunny. I ain't got nothing against Sunny. I feel like she did what she felt she wanted to do. That is what it is. You can't tell a person how to fall in love, when to fall in love. But I feel like the little time stamp up in there is how Moses explained it. It was a little fishy, because he did say that the two of them didn't even have an engagement. They just jumped right into a wedding. I don't know what the rush was. It's weird, and again, people could do what they want to do. She did say that they did not have an engagement. Moses said that he stopped talking to Destiny January the 8th, and by January the 12th, he had done got Sunny's number. And he didn't even tell Destiny that he was done talking to her. When Carlos asked him, why didn't you tell Destiny that you were done talking to her? He said, well, you know, I just figured that she would have known. She was going through too much. She was going through child custody with LeBert. She had too much going on. I think that Moses started to see that Destiny just did not have what he was looking for in a woman. He likes a woman that's a go-getter, that's got a little money, that's got a little money bag, that's got something going on. Destiny didn't have shit going on. Everything around her was crumbling. Everything around her was crumbling. And I think that he was just going to keep getting the poo nanny because she kept giving it up. And he didn't take her serious like that. I feel like he played the fuck out of her. I really feel like that. So I guess he didn't respect her enough to let her know that he didn't want to fool with her no more. So he just kind of moved on and finagled on over there with Sunny. Okay? You got to watch them types. You got to watch them types. Because if a motherfucker would play somebody else like that, the shit will happen to you. And I'm just going to be 100. I'm just going to be 100. I'm just going to say, he played the hell out of her. She kept flying her ass to St. Louis to give him that punani, and he kept taking it. Ain't no man going to turn down no punani, especially you done flew your ass from Huntsville, Alabama, all the way down to St. Louis. You done stayed up over there a couple nights in there cooking eggs with no drawers on. He going to keep getting that. You going to keep giving it to him, he going to keep getting it. And you can't be mad and or blame nobody but yourself, Destiny, because you played a game that you weren't ready for, dear. You played a game you wasn't ready for. I feel like you already knew what it was with Moses. You know this man in and out. You've been knowing him for 15 years. So how the hell you didn't know you being played like that? But then he was saying that Destiny would go for like weeks and months without even saying nothing to him, which further lets me know you guys weren't exclusive. Because I don't know any exclusive relationships that roll like that. If you my man and I don't talk to you, I mean, hell, a week is a long time. A day is a long time if you got a significant other. Going a whole day is a long time when you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all don't speak. You ain't came up over here and cracked my back this week. In my mind, you getting it somewhere else. Women, hello? Hello? Especially if you know his pattern. If you know how often he like it. Every other day, if you know he like it every other day and he don't win a week, 2 weeks, and he ain't cracked your back, he ain't mentioned it, bitch, he getting it somewhere else. And that's exactly what was going on. When Sonny said he was seeing a plethora of women, I believe it. Now, he's free to do what he want to do as a single man. But does it look good? When Destiny is running around saying you her man and y'all in a relationship, hell fuck no, it don't. But then too, Destiny, you got to set boundaries in relationships. You can't just go with the flow. Because then you put yourself in a situation to be played. And that's what happened to you. And now you're sitting on national television looking stupid. fighting for a man that really wants your man. You were just, as they said, you was just a go-get-him. You was a get-him girl. He was over there smashing and dashing. That's what it gives. You was in a smash and dash type situation, sis. But you on TV crying about you were done wrong? I don't know. Y'all can put in the chat how y'all feel about that shit. It's weird to me. That's mad weird. That's mad weird. 15 years and he never once mentioned marriage to you. But Destiny, you ain't said nothing about marriage either, because what you did jump over, you kind of jumped over marriage, and you talked about y'all talking about having a child together. I ain't heard you say nowhere in there when you confronted him on that little clip that you and him discussed marriage, that you and him discussed, you know, settling down and doing nothing. What you discussed was y'all having a baby and what y'all was gonna name this said baby, and some type of business y'all were gonna start together. See, you already starting out wrong. You already letting him know I could be your baby mama and that's it. I have all these babies by you, but you ain't got to make no real commitment to me. Because he already put it in his mind, oh, yeah, no. She ain't the one. That ain't what I'm looking for. I'm not sure what drew him to Sunny. Well, I kind of do. Sunny is the type that she's a real businesswoman. She got her own. She moving and shaking, doing her own shit. She was in production, so he knew she had a job. She had a coin about her. She had her own shit. So he saw that and he said, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Because Destiny kind of put it out there when she was on the show that Moses was this bum-ass ninja who was in and out of jail, who had this ankle monitor, who wasn't about shit, but he had some good dick or whatever. And from time to time, she flew her ass down there to get some. That's what it gave. Okay? Y'all know them real hardcore thug niggas like that that'll snap off on a bitch sometime. Them be the ones with the good D. Them be the ones with the good D. The nigga that's on parole, they can't really go far, just got to report back and be in the house by 7:30. Them be the ones that crack your back all the way right. And that's what Destiny was looking for. So you like them thug ass niggas and then you run around here talking about you got big D energy because you think you low key a thug. But your ass wasn't thug enough to realize you didn't understand the street code and realize your ass was getting played. See, if you gonna play street, you gotta know street. And understand when you fucking with street that that your ass was on the wrong street when you was messing with street. Baby, okay? Don't fuck around with the streets if you ain't ready for the streets. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say right now. Don't fuck around in them streets if you're not ready for that. All right. You weren't ready for the streets. Moses is street. He's street smart. You're not street smart. I don't know, Destiny. You giving slow. You might have scoliosis in the brain too big. You might too. You gonna wander? You might have it too. Did you go to school for 2 days? I don't know. You say you went to school with Martell, and I know he was in remedial classes. So maybe, just maybe, girl, y'all might have had a few classes together, girl. You don't look like you changed classes either, bitch. You look like you was in the same class all day too with Martell. Y'all heard that bell and y'all didn't get up and move, babe. Y'all had lunch in y'all English class. Y'all didn't go to the lunchroom because y'all was special. I know when you got special kids, they don't change classes. When y'all hear the bell, y'all ass sit right there. And you got the next class right there in the same class. That's what it gave, Destiny. That's what it gives me. You give kind of slow vibes. You don't have no awareness about you as a woman. That's what it gives me. Because I can peep game. I can read between the lines. My intuition and my spidey senses stay working. I keep my shit charged up over here. Because when I spot it, I know how to make a move. I know how to bust a move right quick on a bitch when they be on that level of BS. I'm just saying. Women, we come with intuition. We're all born with intuition. Some of our intuition be broke. You born with the bitch, but it's broke. Y'all need to figure out how to repair your intuition so y'all can stop being in effed up situations. That's all I'm saying. Destiny. Every man that you look at, this shit don't work out. And I'm starting to believe it's you. Destiny, it's you. If every single person you meet, every relationship, whether it's a woman or your friendships be fucked up too. Everybody that you meet, it turns up messed up. It's you, girl. It's totally you, Destiny. Sunny, I got my eye on you, dear. I'm still studying you. I like you because I feel like you're a businesswoman. I feel like you have good intentions, but I do feel like there was a little overlapping there, just a little bit. That's what it's giving me. I was happy for Moses to be able to speak at the podcast slightly. I didn't like when he kept saying synced. I didn't like that either because I said, okay, what's going on with the St. Louis school system, Jesus? Synced is not a word. S-E-E-N apostrophe T. That's not a word. I think that's how you might spell it, if it was a word. Synced? When I synced her, I know that she won't shit. That's kind of what he was trying to say. He didn't say it, but that's kind of what, when I synced her, I know that she won't. I knowed. K-N-O-W apostrophe D. Okay? Just in case it was a word, okay? I know that she won't shit when I met her. Okay? Somebody said me too. Oh my God. All right. But yeah, she said she loaned Destiny some money. So good luck on that shit, because you won't see a dime of that back, Sonny. Okay? All right. But But Destiny, she has since this episode aired, Destiny, of course, has since responded after this episode aired. You dodged a missile. You are the missile, Destiny, okay? You are the missile that keeps blowing up in every situation of your life. Figure out why you are the missile and you want to say that you dodged the missile. No, sis, you are the missile. Okay, Destiny? Get some therapy. You say you in therapy. Finish therapy. Finish therapy and take accountability for the things that you continue to get yourself in and then blame others. You've been hanging around Martell way too long, okay? You've been hanging around Martell too long. Let's move on to the next topic. Melody Cherie, as you guys all know, Melody has now released her new song and also her video to her new song, Nobody's Business. For those of you that just, your spaceship just landed and you have not heard the song yet, hurry on over to YouTube and check it out. Melody is spelling out in this particular song the things that she endured subliminally, okay, that Martell put her through in her marriage and after the marriage, okay? In the video, Melody Cherie, okay, Melody Cherie, honey, she reveals a whole lot about Martell's abuse towards her. Now, I had already said, and I said too, that I could not confirm that Martell was being physically abusive. Now, we knew that he was being psychologically abusive and mentally abusive towards Melody. And I said I felt like there was some physical there too, just by his demeanor and the way he carries himself when he's around her, when he gets angry. The lunging at her, the aggression in your tone, the way you look at her, like, bitch, I'll fly over there and I'll put hands on you. Like, Martell gives that he's physically aggressive towards women. And also, Ariane has already come out and expressed that Martell has slapped her and that he's put hands on her before. So I already felt like he was abusive. But I didn't want to say it because I didn't have proof. You can't just go out there and put those types of things out about a person without having concrete proof, because then you put yourself in a predicament to possibly be sued and have to answer to that. But I think everybody that's watched this show, let's go back, and I always like to use Vegas as a great example of a example of when Martell was aggressive to the point to where he looked like he may have been physically abusive towards Mel, where grown men have to jump out of swimming pools to stand behind you and bear hug you and whisper in your ear to say, I'm not letting you go, because this said person knows and or has witnessed you being possibly physically abusive towards Melody. We do remember when Miss Van told Marceau to hurry up and get over there. Once Melody found out about Ariane, they got to arguing, and Miss Van called Marceau to tell him to hurry up and get over there because he didn't know because she was scared of what could happen. So that means that Miss Van may have been privy to some physical stuff that Martell had done to Melody as well. But in the video, Melody, in the elevator scene, if you guys watch the video, because I had to rewind it, I said, whoa, hold on, what is she saying right here? In the video, she posts at the top of the elevator scene, 4/11/2020, okay? That is when a physical incident occurred between she and Martell in an elevator. It was giving Solange and Jay-Z vibes, if you will. Martell was putting hands on Melody, and I think he put his hands on her neck, if I'm not mistaken. That would be called physical abuse, Martell. While you sit your ass on live when you're supposed to be watching your children and say, I'd never put my hands on a woman. I would never do that. Well, bitch, Melody has spoken out and said that you did. I already said I felt like that shit happened. There's no fucking way with him being that aggressive, having that much anger, the way he like to run up like he do. There's no way you've never put your hands on her, Martell. But then, you know, in front of the camera, and like he says, yes, I get mad sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. It is, because it's a build up to you blowing up and putting your hands on somebody. All already told y'all. It's a build-up. Physical AB, it's a build-up to it. I done told you it starts with the raising of the voice, and then there's a push, and then there's a hit. You got to look at the signs. If a person continues to keep raising their voice and that shit keeps elevating, you already know what's coming next. Why are you sticking around? What you waiting for? Now, I'm not saying that Melody was wrong for... I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, I'm telling you guys, it's a build-up. The signs to being in physical AB situations. Okay? Martell was totally wrong. I don't care what she did or said. You don't have a right to ever put your hands on a woman. All right? And maybe that's something that he saw in the household with Marlene, because she's been in relationships with niggas that won't shit either. Martell's dad was a whole criminal out here. So who knows if Martell may have seen his dad or any other man, because we know that Martell said that Marlene had men coming in and out of their home, one of which she dated for 17 years and never, ever even had any relationship with him at all. So maybe he saw his mother get hit on, and he felt like that was the way that he should handle women that he be in contact with, because he damn sure is doing it to Ariane. When we saw her face swollen up on that video, the one time he did have her ass on live, that totally looked like she was slapped. I'm sorry. It looked like she was backhanded. And she couldn't even give eye contact. She kept looking down. The whole side of her face was swollen. He can't sit here and say he never put hands on a woman, because that's what you said, Martell, in your fucking video. On the week that you had those kids. I don't know why Melody's trying to use me for a storyline. Nigga, you don't have one. You concocted being locked up as your storyline. But then sit your ass on last night's episode, well, on Saturday night's episode, to say that, yeah, I went over there and did the only reason I did the interview with Tasha K was because, yeah, I was mad, and I was pretty much on my get back because Melody had me locked up. What did you think she was supposed to do when you are trying to put out revenge P and this woman have children who have access to the fucking internet, Martell? And you won't stop. This is what, going into 4 years now of you continuing the same behavior. At some point, she got to put her foot down, and then she got to put one up your ass to let you know you cannot continue to play with her and continue to taunt and harass her. Melody also let it be known that he is still harassing her, okay? And that he is still calling her and begging her to come back. Now, contrary to what he likes to say when he go live, because he know all his hoes is watching. Martell got a legion of hoes that he deals with. Okay? He got a legion of hoes of women that he deal with. He was just seen out. Most recently, I want to say yesterday, a picture surfaced of him hugged up with another woman. And he always likes to make this shit public. And the only reason Martell does that, just like the only reason why he was seen at the zoo with Ariane, because he ain't never been wanting to see with her at all before. But now that he knows he's going through this court custody thing with Mel, and her goal is to get full custody of the children, Martell wants to make it appear that he is this family man. And he used Destiny in the interview most recently to say that's his family. And I'm starting to notice words of a pattern of behaviors with people that hang around Martell, because they are too trying to take up for Martell. I can always tell when he's been talking to certain people because they repeat the same things that he say in the same ways that he say it. Martell being around Destiny, for her to say in that interview, I'm not really friends like that with Ariane. We're not besties, but that's that man's family. Bitch, Melody is his fucking family, who he was married to for 12 years. Why you don't have that same fucking energy when it comes to her and her children? But you mad because her children won't speak to you? They don't fool with you. You knew that 4 seasons ago when Melody told you that her kids don't like you. So what the hell you sitting in interviews talking about they saw you and they didn't want to speak to you and you felt a way about that? Bitch, you should have felt away 4 seasons ago when Mel told you her kids didn't like you. When you said that you could watch her kids for her. She said, my kids don't like you. She told you that. So when you see them out in public, don't think they're supposed to be jumping all over each other. Oh, hey, Destiny. They ain't on that shit because they don't like you. They ain't like you when you had your camera up in their face, videoing them so that you could post that shit on the internet when you knew that they could not be on the internet. You knew that. So stop the bullshit. Shout out to what's happening. Shout out to what's happening, because she released some stuff too that is further exposing Martell and his bullshit. Now she reveals from one of her sources, and again shout out to her, that Martell stole Mel $17,000 to buy an expensive SUV during the time he was going through bankruptcy, from what we know. Y'all know in bankruptcy, you can't go out here financing shit. That kind of trips you up from doing some things financially that you want to do. Whenever he and Mel split up, he had to turn in certain vehicles that he had. His BMW, was gone. And I think he had another car. So he didn't really have a vehicle like that. So Martell took $17,000 from Melody to go out and buy an expensive vehicle, SUV to be exact, that he could not afford to pay for. And he was telling people that Melody had moved to Atlanta, you guys, and left the children with him, which was why it was so important for him to get this SUV so quickly. A mother freaking liar. Melody would never move out of state and leave her children with this psycho when she is currently fighting for her children right now in court. What is wrong with this psycho? What is wrong with this psycho? To tell somebody this woman left the children with her, just abandoned her children and moved to Atlanta and left the kids with him. So now he needs this particular SUV, which was said to be an Escalade. He got that expensive taste now after being with Mel, because Mel done showed him a new way of living. See, he ain't have shit prior to Mel. That little broke down piece of shit car he was driving when he first started dating Mel, when he was in high school. Y'all go back and look on Martell's IG page over there. That little broke down piece of Trans Am his ass was driving. So he done got with Mel, and the nigga was driving around in a BMW and was starting to feel himself. He was riding around in her Range Rover. Mel done let him ride a few times up over there in the G-Wagon too, whenever they had the little fight at Madani. So he done had a taste of the nice life being with Mel. That's some shit he never experienced because he grew up poor, according to him. So now he thinks that after his divorce from Melody, he's supposed to still live that way, but he can't afford to, so he's still trying to keep up appearances. Martell is smoking mirrors and appearances, okay? Let's continue with this. So the woman goes on to say that Martell told her after she told him that he could not afford this said Escalade, and she showed him the Chevrolet that he's driving right now, and she says that he told her, I wouldn't be caught dead in a Chevrolet driving no Chevy. I wouldn't be caught dead driving no Chevy. Nigga, it's amazing how a person thinks so highly of themselves. Martell. Oh, nah, I need the Escalade. I got all these kids. The Chevrolet got probably the same amount of room as the damn Escalade. I'm pretty sure it does. He didn't want the Chevy. He didn't want that. He want the Escalade because Martell want to keep up appearance and look a certain way. Because he done told all these hoes, I'm Martell Hope from Love and Marriage Huntsville, the #1 show on. I'm a celebrity. I'm that. So he don't want to be seen in no Chevy because that don't put him on the standard that he done lied to these women on. I know the game that Martell is playing out here. I know the game that he's playing. So let's move on. So after the woman tells him that he cannot afford this said vehicle, the woman went on to tell Martell, the woman said that Martell went behind her back and contracted through one of her friends, okay, to write out a certain contract and pretend that the buyer was for him, okay? Or pretend that something about the buyer, or that she was the buyer for him, or something like that. So he was trying to go through another source to help him out, and he was using another female in order to do it. Y'all know Martell used females, just like he used Belinda to try to get that broke down house that his ass went over there and built that damn garage bigger than the house. That's the same house that Belinda with all these illegal deeds, these quick deeds. He used Belinda to do all them quick deeds, remember, for that same house that I showed you guys when I did my review for Love Marriage Huntsville yesterday. So he used women and he used other people in order to get what he want when he get it. Whenever Martell is told no, he's going to use another source illegally to do things that he wants to do. Just like he illegally lied in his bankruptcy paperwork to try to get things done and overturned, which now that's going to bite him in the ass because they're investigating him behind that, okay? Yeah, Martell is a hot damn mess. So he was scheming and frauding, and then they said that he lost the $17,000 because the car that he wound up getting, that he schemed and used another woman to get, he lost that vehicle, y'all. Y'all hear me? So all that money he stole from Mel, that's why he couldn't pay it back. That $17K, He blew through that and used that to get a vehicle he could not afford. And he used another source to get that said vehicle. And he lost that vehicle, at which the woman said he had to come right back to that same dealership and beg to get into that same Chevrolet that he said he would not be caught dead in. That's why he's still driving around in that car, because he don't have no other means to get it. His credit is still fucked up. And he owes millions through his bankruptcy. Martell is in a lot of debt. He's in a lot of debt. Financially, he's in a lot of financial straits right now as we speak. But he uses people to get what he wants. And that's why he's mad at Mel. Mel said he's still calling her, asking her to come. He's mad because because he can't use her. He knows Mel got a lot of money sources coming in. And he's struggling. She said he still be stalking and crying. This is what Melody Cherie said. Martell be still calling her and begging her to come back. But he'll sit in interviews and on lives and say, I don't want her back. I ain't calling you and asking you back. Nigga, you are. You are. Look at Ariana. Look how she walking around looking thrifty. Them niggas thought they were going to live off this woman money. Ariana ain't never looked so bad from when we saw her at that zoo, y'all. That girl looked like she was homeless. Martell looked a fucking mess too with that tight shit on. He's still wearing stuff from when he was with Mel. And everything tight. He done outgrew everything, still squeezing in that tight shit. But Mel said he's still calling and crying and begging her to come back. And the only reason he want her back is for her money. He don't love her. He didn't love her when he was with her. He liked the fact that she was smart and knew how to get out here and get it and had the ability to make money and grow their bank accounts, because that's all Ariana talked about, was the fact that Martell would be bringing money over there and all the things that he was doing for her. Hell, he took Mel's money to buy her a car, which now is repossessed. And that's where his ass get. Now, that same house that he was said to be out here trying to purchase with all these quick deeds, that didn't work out for him. That fell through. Because he could have moved up in there and not have to keep moving, but something fell through with that house as well. So now he don't have that anymore, because he did some illegal shit with that too. So now he's moving from pillar to post, borrowing from Peter to Paul in order to survive, when all he had to do was sit his ass down and do what he needed to do, Mr. Good Father. Stupid ass. But you had to go back and beg for that same Chevrolet you said you ain't want, after you done stole all this money from this woman. And then turn around and lost the same damn car. I said, look at this stupid ass. What is wrong with him? Just stupid. Shout out again to what's happening. When I heard that shit, I said, I definitely got to talk about that. He's still riding around in the same car. Ain't no telling how many miles is on that car. Ariana be driving it too. I done saw her. I saw her in the same car going to pick Paris up at her school. She be driving, Martell be driving. Ain't no telling how many miles is on that damn car. Hot, steaming mess. Hot mess. And that's what he get. Y'all go back and listen to the words of the song, the melody song, Nobody's Business. She spells out everything that's been going on between she and Martell. She also speaks on the paternity of Sugar Mama and how he's gone out here and said that that's not his child, when we all know. We all know if Melody had cheated on Martell, that's the first thing that he would have said in interviews when he and Melody split up. When he went on Steve Harvey's show, he was crying, talking about, oh, I want my family back. I miss my wife. I'm trying to figure out what I could do to get my family back. Not one time did you mention she cheated on you. You told that you cheated on her. So I'm inclined to believe that this woman never cheated on you, Martell. You on your get back, and now you're trying to destroy her because she won't do the one thing that you want her to do, which is come back. She don't want you back. She don't want you back. This woman got a taste of freedom. She got a taste of peace. And once you get a taste of peace, you don't want to go back to bullshit. Once you get a taste of peace, if you've been in a chaotic situation, you do not want to go back to being in chaos once you've experienced a level of peace. I'm just saying. That's for any of my women or anybody watching me right now that's ever been through a situation that was so chaotic where you cried yourself to sleep at night, where you had to sleep in the fetal position. This woman talked about how she had to be in closets to get away from her children to cry so they wouldn't see her. Who wants to be in situations like that? When you can get in your bed and snuggle up beside your little sugar mama. You can get in your bed and snuggle up beside your little sugar mama and get a peaceful night's sleep and not have to worry about a Negro yelling in your ear and trying to make you put your mouth on him when all you want to do is get a good night's sleep. Knowing he done been out finagling with women and then had this little peen all up in everybody else. But mad because you won't put them diseases in your mouth. Let's be raw. Let's be raw. Let's be raw. He was mad at her because she wouldn't get diseases for him. Martell's messing with a lot of women, and he was doing that during the marriage, according to Melody. A lot of women. But was mad. He said, you couldn't do the one thing that I asked you to do as my wife. What, get diseases? Get STDs in her mouth, fooling with you? The same mouth that she kissed her children with? And the same mouth that I hope that... We gotta be factual. I see y'all putting yuck in there, but women, let me say something. If you messing with a man who is out here with multiple women, and you put your mouth on him, you crazy. I'm just saying, don't do that shit. I'm not appeasing you when I know you done been out here doing some shit like that. I'm not gonna put my life in danger. I'm not putting my health in danger. Melody was being smart. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how mad you get. I don't even give a fuck if you pack a bag and say I ain't never coming back. Goodbye, because you were leaving anyway. You were gonna be out of here anyway. You just sped the clock up. You just sped the clock up, really? If you choose to leave, goodbye, because you were gonna be gone anyway. Yeah, at some point in time, you got to get to the place in your life where you say, I don't care. I choose me and my health over you and your nasty desires. He would have left her with something she never could have gotten rid of. And then he'd have blamed her to turn around and turn right back and say, like he's trying to say now, oh, she was out here with multiple men. When it was you, nigga. We know you ain't going to the doctor because you won't even go get no damn therapy sessions. We know you ain't going to the doctor because, nigga, you can't even afford rent. You can't even pay your rent. You can't even afford to have food in your house. So I know you ain't paying no copay to go get checked out after all these women you laying up with, Martell. I'm just saying. I know you ain't going to get regular checkups because you can't even afford bologna and cheese in that bitch. And that's the problem. Martell is for the streets. Martell been for the streets. But Melody was young, and she was trying to do the one thing that, like most women try to do when they have children with an ain't shit nigga. They try to keep their family together for the kids' sake. Like Martell said, I just want to be with you for the kids. Like, nigga, you fucking selfish. So you want your children to be in an unstable environment to watch you yelling at their mother and continuing to be in a toxic, bullshit-ass marriage. Those children look so happy at Melody's event for the little, the Mother's Day brunch. They look so happy. I posted the picture on my social media platforms. Sugar Mama was standing there happy. All the children look so happy. They look different when they're with Martell. They look guarded when they're with Martell. Like they don't want to slip up and say or do the wrong thing because they know what's going to come behind it. I don't see that when they're with their mother. But then he likes to say, oh, they need their mother. They need their father more than their mother. No, nigga, they need their mother. The one who keeps them stable mentally, not somebody who yell at them and make them eat soap and hot sauce as a form of punishment and threaten to put a belt on them when they don't tell on their mother. Like, what type of person are you? But Martell just posted a recent picture of him and another woman. That's not surprising. And the fact that Ariane, she still stays around until he decides that he don't want to fool with that woman no more. She's always the one that he comes back to. He needs her because she helps him with his bullshit. She helps him with his photo ops so that he can look good in court to say, oh, I'm not messing with Melody. I'm over here with my family. As you can see, we were just at the zoo together. That's what Martell is doing, y'all. I done peep game. Martell, we see you. I'm not messing with Melody. I'm not asking her to come back. Look at me. There's me right here in the picture in the video, as you can see. Because if y'all remember in the video with him and Ariane, he conveniently turns around and he knows that somebody's recording him. He looks directly into the camera so that the person recording can say, yep, that's Martell. Oh, yeah, that's definitely Martell. So he is looking into the camera so they can definitely identify it as him. So he can go in the court and say, look, Melody is saying I'm stalking her and bothering her. I don't bother her. As you can see, I'm here at the zoo with my new family. Here she is. That's her. And that's my son in the stroller. I'm not bothering her. I'm having family day. Y'all see it? They say he sure did. He He sure did. He knew somebody was recording him. It wouldn't, and then Ariane coincidentally said, do anybody know a videographer in Huntsville, Alabama? Let me tell y'all how I know this shit was set up. We see you, Martell, and we see you, Ariane. Ariane went on social media. Most people go in the yellow pages or pull that shit up, Google, videographer. What the fuck are you asking the public for? You stuck your own foot in your mouth when you did that shit. And I said, she done went and found some little cheap videographer to video her and Martell out together with Knox or whoever that was in the little stroller, to make it look like he ain't messing with her because court is coming up and he got to have some leverage or something to show the courts to say that he ain't messing with Melody, because that's one of the things that she's going to say in court, that he's still bothering and stalking her. She said it in the song. Y'all not slick. You just asked for a videographer. So whoever it was that was 3 people behind y'all that was videoing Martell, you turn around and looked into the camera because you wanted everybody to know. You little stunt queen. You a stunt queen, Martell, sitting up in there with all that pink on. Looking like a flaming hot Cheeto in that bitch. But anyway, we know what it was. We knew what it was. You guys wanted to publicly be seen together when you don't even fuck with Ariane like that. What you doing with a whole nother woman right now? Then you got another hoe on the show with her struggle face looking ass. And I don't like talking about people like that. I ain't Halle Berry nobody, bitch, but we got to look up whatever. But the little struggle face biatch on the show that was sitting up there saying that Martell invited her to the house. Well, there's nothing wrong with me coming over there because we're grown or whatever. Martell don't care. He'll run through anybody. And you just one of many, sis. So don't get your panties in a bunch and thinking you the shit like that because Martell chose you. Because, baby, he ain't really nobody to be choosing in the first damn place. Let's just go and put that shit out there. But the fact that he continues to use Ariane as photo ops when he needs her for court is very laughable. But like I said, court is approaching for them, I think, next month. So I'm pretty sure he's going to use that whole zoo video in court to show that he's not fooling with Mel. But Melody, of course, has all the times that Martell, I'm pretty sure she probably recorded his calls too, where he's been calling and still begging her and harassing her and following her. And popping up on dates and then telling the children that Melody is out on dates with other men. Shouldn't she be? You guys are divorced. She could be with whoever she want to be with. Oh my God. All right. But let's go ahead and end this, guys. Let's go ahead and end this live because I pretty much went through everything. Oh, I want to get through this right quick. Maurice and Marceau. All right. These 2 frauds, of course, are on the show once again for another season of Love and Marriage Huntsville with no storyline. All right. For Maurice to pretend to want Marceau to be a contractor for he and Kimmy's mom and pop's little pop-up store that they have, knowing that he is incapable, was just another laughable moment for me, okay? Another plot for Maurice to avoid speaking about his bullshit that he got going on in his life, okay? You ain't fixing no credit. You still ain't talked about Credit One. You still ain't talked about no lawsuits. You still ain't talked about nothing else going on with you, Maurice. You are now trying to use this as another plot on the show, and you're trying to use Mel and Martell's situation as a storyline as well, indirectly. We see you. So who the fuck cares about a mom and pop-up store that Kimmy and Maurice has? Why are they making that their storyline just like they were irrelevant last season with that libido bullshit? Here we go again with another irrelevant storyline. All right, who cares? Who cares? Didn't Zen Garden already debunk the fact that Marceau was not capable of building anything when they had to tear down an entire clubhouse that was built by Marceau and his people through Schultz? They didn't know what the hell that they were doing. So neither Marceau or Maurice, nor does Kimmy or Tisha have reputable storylines again this season. Marceau is interjecting himself in Melody and Martell's business when he was the person who orchestrated the bullshit. You are the person that introduced Martell into doing what he was doing, but you're sitting on national television acting like you care when we all know that you already blocked and are unfollowed Martell. Y'all won't fucking with Martell, but on the show you want it to appear that y'all are his friends and that y'all care about the situation that y'all put him in and that y'all helped him do. You helped him cheat. You knew he was cheating. You're the reason why he had a second phone, because Marceau, you got one. So stop playing in our face on this show again this season. Stop playing in our face again this season. Why Why is Marceau not talking about Black being closed? Because that was a real thing, okay? That was a real thing. Why is Black not being talked about being closed? But you over there at Martell's fake house talking about what's going on between him and Mel and him being arrested. Why are you not talking about Black being closed? Why are you not talking about the lawsuits? Why are you not talking about your infidelities and hoes hopping up on IG saying that you are inviting them to threesomes in your marriage? That's a storyline for your ass. Why you not talking about fake building your dream home over there on bedrock when we still see rocks? And you're saying that you guys are building when we know that's bullshit because you ain't paid no $60,000 to the excavation company that put a lien on the property. Let's talk about that shit. I'm trying to help you with a storyline since y'all ain't got one. You can send my check. No, I want cash because y'all don't look like y'all do right with checks. I don't take no check from no Scott. But you can send me a check for that. All right. I'm trying to help you with a storyline. All right. And why is Maurice back with Kimmy another season? Why? Let's just ask that question. Why are they back another season? Because y'all ain't got shit going on either. Kimmy, you are lying about your friendship with Destiny because you don't fuck with Destiny. You never have. And you really don't fuck with Tisha because you let it slip out that you haven't seen Tisha since filming. You haven't seen Tisha in almost a year. This is your sister-in-law. The same person that you are sitting up questioning other people about their business that has nothing to do with you. Shouldn't you be at a chemo treatment? Shouldn't you be over there combing out them Richard Simmons curls? I'm just being petty a little bit this morning. Shouldn't you be worried about this lawsuit that your husband done got y'all in that you gonna wind up having to pay for because he ain't got no fucking job. He ain't got no cases he working on. He ain't fixing no credit. He ain't doing shit over there. So you gonna wind up paying for this lawsuit because you married a fuck boy. Let me look in the mirror. Oh, we still pretty. You married a fuck boy that you gonna have to pay his lawsuits because a nigga out here flexing when he can't flex. You fake flexing nigga out here trying to be something that you're not. Ain't that how Pastor was said? That you're not. Trying to help y'all with some storylines. Because y'all ain't gonna bore me to death this season. I done said I'm gonna review this shit. Y'all not gonna bore me to death. Now y'all jumping in Sonny and Moses storylines. Sit y'all asses down. That's their storyline. What y'all got going on? Tisha and Kimmy sitting up in Mel's face questioning Melody about Martell's charges and the warrant when Tisha already know what's up. Your husband did a public statement after Martel got locked up to say that I wish that all of those involved are okay and da-da-da-da-da. So, motherfucker, you already knew what was going on. So why your wife and her thick tongue ass hopping up in somebody else's business? It's tight, but it's right, honey. Tisha, didn't Marceau take out a whole restraining order on Martel? And you were all for that when when Melody told you that's some bullshit. You sat up there and told her, but he is harassing and coming for my husband. So didn't Marceau, the same person that said that it was bullshit and Melody went and took out a warrant on Martel, didn't you take out a whole restraining order on Martel? What's the difference? You still went through the course. Nigga, you was scared of Martel. And you knew he was going to put them paws on you. So you went down to them white people office down there and took out a fucking restraining order on Martel because he threatened you. But then he threatened his wife and Mel is wrong for going and taking out papers on him. Make that shit make sense. You were adamant, Marceau, that you needed a restraining order because you felt threatened by your friend. That's what you call him. The one that you went over there and fake pretended to care about. You did that. You took out a restraining order. That stays on his record. Hello? Why you so worried about Melody and her decision of what she felt she needed to do? Y'all don't think he aggressive, but you thought he was mad aggressive when you took out the fucking restraining order. Who is just out here taking out restraining orders just because they ain't got shit else to do? You know he's aggressive. So why is it surprising Tisha, Kimmy, Maurice, Marceau, when y'all hear that Melody finally get tired of his bullshit and go down there and take out a warrant on this nigga and have him locked the fuck up? Had he violated that restraining order, he'd have been locked up. So what is the difference? Oh, because y'all did it. It's always different when it's on the other foot with somebody else. Oh, it was okay. It was all good when y'all did the shit. Even though you dropped it, it's still on his record that it was one placed on him because of aggression. It's still on his record. So just because y'all friends and y'all fake cool now, it doesn't make it right. You cannot tell a person how to handle a situation that has absolutely nothing to do with you unless you've been in this situation before. Marceau always likes to interject himself in other people's shit and then likes to say, oh, like he can identify with it to say, oh, I've experienced that too. Nigga, you never been fucking divorced. You've been with the same bitch you been with. You don't want to go there. Too late shit. You've been with the same bitch you've been with for 18 years over there wreaking havoc on her damn life. So why do you feel the need to interject yourself in their business that you created? Martel said he didn't start cheating until he started hanging out with Maurice and Marceau. The only reason Maurice and Marceau went over there to talk to Martel was to tell him to shut the fuck up and stop doing interviews and putting our business out there because we don't want to look like cheaters like you. Not because y'all cared about him going to jail. Y'all didn't give a fuck about that. Y'all, there was a relief because y'all know, one, he didn't have that fucking phone, and two, he couldn't wreak havoc no more. Y'all were happy as hell his ass was in jail. He couldn't do nothing in jail. So them 4 hours that he sat in jail, that's probably the relief that y'all had. That's the best y'all ever felt about anything in life, that his ass was locked up because he couldn't be doing shit on that cell phone. He couldn't be doing no interviews, putting y'all business out there. So y'all were happy he was locked up, low key. So stop taking y'all ass over there and like y'all care so much about Martell's ass being locked up. When you didn't. You went over there to let him know, stop telling our shit because Maurice said, you can't be out here doing that and saying stuff like that and pulling up people's stuff from the past. Because he got a lot of shit in his past. Oh, yeah, that's the same person that talked about fivesomes. Fivesomes. And when Martel said what he said on Tasha K's interview about Marceau and Maurice, that made them mad. Because Maurice is now trying to clean himself up and going around here having documents expunged and shit so nobody can pull up nothing on him because he wants to be Johnny Cochran out here now. He wants to have this clean image when the nigga know he won't shit then. He was a fuck boy. Still a fuck boy. Just hiding behind a suit. Just hiding behind a suit. Martel was a fuck boy, hiding behind a suit. Marceau is a fuck boy, hiding behind them baby teeth. And I know that was pity. And sometimes a suit. And hiding behind Tisha and her credit. But Marceau made it public. Like I said, he made that public comment. That's how I knew y'all niggas knew about it. So why are y'all capping on this show this season to make it seem like y'all got to ask Melody all these questions? I wouldn't have told them shit. I wouldn't have met up with Kimmy nor Tisha. It's the fake concern for me. All right? The Scotts need a solid storyline, and they are piggybacking off Martel and Melody's unfortunate situation in order to get camera time. Marceau and Maurice have fake concern and fake support for Martel because the Scotts, like I said, don't fool with Martel because he is a danger to them. For his mouth, Martel talks too fucking much, like a female. Martel knows where the bones are buried, so every time they fall out with Martel, they got to go over there and fix things with him because they don't know his next move and or when he's going to start talking again. We call that damage control. That's what they were on, damage control in that particular scene. But that is it and that is all. Okay, that is it and that is all. Like I said before, every one of them knew about the revenge piece before it ever even came out. Tisha, you knew Martel was cheating on Melody before she even knew about it, okay? Because you were happy to pull out that whole information about that whole BMW and Martel buying his side chick a BMW. So please spare us the bullshit of sitting on there trying to tell somebody else that's effed up and that's trifling because, baby, you trifling. You are trifling to be a fake friend to somebody that said that you and Mel were friends for years. You trifling to sit your ass up on national television and knew that this man was cheating on her and you never said nothing to her. That's trifling as a so-called friend. And that's why your ass keep getting cheated on. Because you are the fake individual that you are. You fucking hating ass mean girl. That's what Tisha is. A hating ass mean girl. You didn't tell Melody because you was jealous of her and you liked the fact that she was being done that way because that made you feel good inside to see somebody that you hated on finally was getting something that you felt she deserved. But bitch, guess what? Now you are getting it. Now you are getting it. Because them hoes stay in your husband DMs and when your ass go out of town and when you in town, he telling you he at work when you know the nigga ain't never built nothing but problems for you and him. The nigga down there at the Red Roof Inn getting dug out and digging somebody out, okay? Because he did slip up on one of the videos and say, what if I kissed a man? Because I don't know no straight men to be doing subliminals like that, but go off. Anyway, that is our show for the day. We heard Martell like men too, so I don't know. Maybe they may be involved in some threesomes, or maybe, I don't know. Allegedly, hypothetically, maybe. But at the end of the day, thank you guys so much for joining us. That is our show for the morning. Love you guys down. We will see you guys today for our pop-in. Yes, we will. I will have some tea for you guys then. Shout out to all the content creators. Shout out to all of my mods. Shout out to all of my caramellians this morning. Love you guys down. Oh my God, almost 800 of you guys watching me. Haters, thank you for being here. Trolls, thank you as well. Y'all hoes are not special. The like button is there. Please hit it. All right. Thank you all. Thank you all. Said later, Gators. Thank you guys. Happy Monday to you all. Happy Mother's Day again to you all. Please subscribe to this channel if you did not, if you're watching for the very first time, and also hit that notification bell so that you will be privy to more videos to come. All right, let's get on out of here, and goodbye.